What's up, everyone? You clicked on this video because you want to hear my thoughts. You want to hear my feelings about everything that's going on from my perspective, what I think about everything, and so that's what I'm going to give in this video. I don't have a script. I don't have any particular order of how I'm going to be talking about things. I am just going to be speaking from my heart and not anyone else's. I'm going to be sharing my perspective. I'm going to share some thinking of mine. It may be choppy. It may be well put together. I don't know. And I'm not apologizing for any form of professionalism or anything that I may say that you don't feel is politically correct, because that's not what this video is. This video is an outpour of my feelings, my thoughts, my anger, my condolences, my sincerity, my sensitivity, all of that. I'm a black man, and I'm a black man living in America. I'm a businessman. I've been working hard to grow my real estate business. I'm very successful today. But at the end of the day, none of that matters because I'm a black man. I have experienced things in my life, in my childhood life, in my professional life, in my personal life. I've experienced it all. I know what racism looks like. I've lived and hung out in some places that after I left, I felt just very relieved to not be there anymore. I've been told some things that have made me extremely uncomfortable. I've been angry at people a lot. You know, I've even gone as far as taking some trainings just on sensitivity and how I can be more sensitive to others and learning personalities. But at the end of the day, no matter what people say, no matter who comes to me says I don't see color, they're lying. They're lying, because we all see color. We all see color. Now, certain people may not let color affect them or may not pay attention to the race of somebody, but we all see color. That's a fact. What a lot of people aren't that coherent about are their unconscious biases that they have. The things that they say unconsciously to me because of something that they have sitting inside of them. I've come to recognize a lot of those things, even down to a micro level where someone feels the need to tell me that their best friend is black. It's like, what? I've sat in interviews and I've been on podcasts before where it was clear that they were surprised at certain things because I'm a black man, or that they were just so astonished on how this could happen to me. I've had people comment on my YouTube channel about certain things that I've done in my business, questioning things that I've done in my business, questioning decisions, questioning how far I've come, when at the end of the day, it is a surprise to them because I'm a black man in a field that most people like me don't find big success in, or they don't see the people like me having a lot of success. I see them because it's my community and I'm around them. I see my brothers and sisters making awesome moves out here, doing big things. But when others don't see that, it comes off as a surprise. One unfortunate thing that happens is, as we're brought up in our community and as we grow older, we can start to become numb to things. We can start to feel like that's just the way that it is. You know, grandparents and people who lived in a different era can tell us that this is just the way life is. This is what it's supposed to be. This is how it's always been. But what you see happening today is a point of stopping all of that. Because as a community, as a whole, we're tired of being shot by the police. We're tired of making one less dollar than our counterparts. We're tired of not being offered the same opportunity as someone of a different color. We're tired of it. Enough is enough. That's what you see happening today. When it comes to a point that someone is pushed past their breaking point, a reaction takes place. A reaction inside that feels like enough is enough, and then you explode. You're done feeling like that. You want to punch a wall. You want to say something mean. So I get it. Now, I'm not one that condones violence. I don't want to go out and tear stuff up, but I understand it. I understand it. Everybody reacts to things differently, so I get it. I'm not gonna call anybody out. I respect the people who are letting their voices be heard. I respect those who have something to say. The way certain people go about certain things may not be the same way that I would go about it, but I'm there with them. I experience their pain. I don't think all cops are bad. I don't think all white people are racist. I don't think like that. Like, that's just not me. But I do know and I recognize that there are crooked cops out there, and I do recognize that there are racist people out there. I know that it exists. I've seen enough of it. I don't want to see it anymore. Do I think it's gonna stop? Probably not. To be determined, but something has to change. Something has to change. That's why the protesting is happening. That's why the rioting is happening. That's why people are speaking up. People are coming out of the shadows. People who you wouldn't have thought are sharing their stories and sharing their experiences. And it has a lot of people surprised. It seriously has a lot of people surprised because you only know them to be that nice, friendly, trustworthy person who has a good time with you and who you look up to, but they've experienced some pain and had some times where they felt like their life was in danger that you'll never understand. And it'll surprise you when they tell you about it because you just don't see that happening to them. You know, that's where the confusion is coming, because we're talking about it, but the fact that you're not experiencing it, or the fact that you don't see it enough, or it's not close enough to home, people can tend to feel like it doesn't exist. But it does. It exists. And it's in a lot of places. And it exists more common than one can even imagine. I want change. I want things to be different. It doesn't have to be an uncomfortable conversation. It doesn't have to be uncharted territory. But here's what it has to be. It has to be one person talking and one just listening. Share your experiences. Share the experiences that you haven't had. It has to be a conversation. Everything is about to be different. The world, this country, it's gonna be a different place. We've had one crazy year. It's gonna be a different place. But this is a moment that we're experiencing right now, and I can go deep into some stuff, but I'm not gonna do it. But just know that I know a lot of things. I know a lot of things. I read and I research into a lot of things. That's not what my channel is about. If you want to have an offline conversation about it, I'm more than happy. But a lot of things are going to change. A lot of people are trying to change a lot of things. What we need to do as a community is we need to stand up, stand strong. Do not let this break us down. Do not let this break us down, and we need to be an example of that change that we want to see. I feel like there's a lot of us working together. There's a lot of us working together, but know that there are forces working against us, and you have to be able to recognize it. You have to be able to see it. I am a black man in this country who's trying to make a life for myself, who is trying to leave a legacy for my family, who is trying to break any generational curses that may exist, who is trying to pave the way for my children and my grandchildren. That is why I'm here. And with that being said, I am about change. I am about change, and whatever has to be done has to be done. We have to have that conversation. We have to speak together. We have to open up the dialogue. We don't know each other's stories. We don't know each other's stories. We don't know the experiences that each other have had personally. The media is a powerful tool out there. The media is very powerful, but we have to have these one-on-one conversations. We have to have these small group conversations. We can't rely on the media to do it because it's gonna get shown in the way that they want to show it. But what can happen is us coming together and being that change that we want to see.